Gentlemen, stop giving her access to you when you're not available. Stop giving her access to your pocketbook when you're not available. I'm Chris Kourtakis. I'm a licensed therapist, and I work with a lot of high-value men, and sometimes just want to give and give and give and don't realize that they're not getting anything in return. So today I want to talk a little bit about being a high-value man and providing access, and also providing not only access, but the high life, the good life, the great life to these women that are out there and expect everything from you, but they give nothing in return. They expect that when they're not with you, that you're still going to give and give and give, and that's not how this works. That's not how the relationships work. Let's talk a little bit about what this looks like. When I talk to my clients, a lot of them talk about how when they're not with these women still want them to pay for the apartments. They still want them to pay for the cars. They still want them to pay for everything that they do. I want to go out to dinner with the girls. I want you to pay for that. I want you to pay for this. And you know what? At the end of the day, it's great. If you want to take them on a trip that you're going on and you're enjoying it, have at it. If you're going to take them on your boat for the day, fantastic. If you're going to take them on a car ride and take them to a really nice restaurant because you're going with them, that's fantastic. But when you're not with them, that doesn't mean that you have to provide for them. When you're not with them, that doesn't mean you have to provide their lifestyle. You know, if they're coming to you and asking, you already know the answer, what the answer should be. But if they say, hey, they're going to get your nails done or they're going to go get their hair done and you want to throw them a couple $100 to get this done, absolutely. That's what a high value man does. And I'm not going to get into the full explanation of what a high value man is right now, but there's other videos on that. But let's just talk about the access to you and what that means. Look, we prioritize our time. We prioritize what we do. In the office, we prioritize who can come and go into our offices and who can't. So why shouldn't that be any different than when we're in our lives? So when we meet this beautiful woman at the bar and we approach her and we talk to her, buy her the drink, talk to her, compliment her, tell her everything that is great about her. But at the end of the day, if she wants to continue to dig and dig and dig, she's not the one for you. And you're the one that's going to have to set those personal boundaries. And I have a different video about personal boundaries if you want to check that out on my page later on. But when you're setting those personal boundaries, you define what you're going to accept, what you're going to allow, and what you're going to tolerate. And if she's coming to you asking for things that you're not there, then you shouldn't be tolerating it. If you don't have access to her, then why should she have access to your pocketbook? If you say, let's go out on Tuesday night and she says she's not available, then she shouldn't have access to you. If you ask her to go out on a Thursday night and she says she's not available, but she wants you to pay for her dinner to go out with the girls, not acceptable. Guys, we wouldn't be sitting here with me to try to figure things out because you already know what's going on. You already know the kind of woman that she is. Now, I'm not talking about somebody who's 2 years into a relationship with you. I'm not talking about somebody who you're potentially thinking about marrying. That's a different part of the relationship. That's a different style of the relationship. That's a different conversation for topic. At that point, we're talking about prenups. We're not even talking about access to you, your money, or anything else like that. What we're talking about is the first 6 months to a year of your relationship. What we're talking about is you just met this girl, and 3 months later, she's asking for you to pay for everything, including her rent, including her cars, including her clothes and shopping sprees. Guys, I have no issues with you taking her shopping and spending thousands on her, but you go with her. You don't give her the credit card and let her do it because God knows what she's going to do and who she's doing it with and where she's doing it. So providing access to you as a high value man, 100%. When you're present, when you're actively listening to her, when you're actively engaging with her, when you're actively going on those trips with her, but you shouldn't be for a second paying for her to go on a trip with her girls. No, that's not how this works. Guys, you work too damn hard for your money to give it away. If you want to do that, go find some puppies at a charity. But these are not it. So the bottom line is when you come across these women and when you're a high action and high value man, you shouldn't tolerate anything less. You're the prize. You're the guy that is working hard and creating the lifestyle that she wants. You got to remember that. You know, she's the one that wants to be with you. The relationship that you ultimately want as a high value man is the one that reciprocates and you guys are a team, not one that gives and gives and gives and one that takes and takes and takes. So again, I'm Chris Kourtakis. I'm a licensed therapist. Please, if you like this video, make sure that you click the button down below. If you like this or think it needs to be shared with somebody that needs to hear this message a little bit more, send it over to them. But like I said, I work with a lot of high value clients, a lot of high achieving individuals and people that are struggling to find those real connections out there because they don't know if it's a connection or if it's somebody that's just looking to use them for the advantages that they can provide. So, you know, a quick way to find out is, yeah, take her to a great dinner, take her to a beautiful restaurant, take her to that nice special place that's opening up, but don't forget to take her for a Coney dog right around the corner. Hey, you know what? A Happy Meal, They're just as fun. Why not just go for ice cream and coffee after you've gone for those nice big dates? Find that value, find that blend, find that balance in the relationship to truly find out and understand what she's there for. And as a high value man, you know the difference between right and wrong. You do it in business every day. You created the lifestyle that you want and that you have right now and that she wants. So why give it away for anything less? Again, look forward to getting your insights. Look forward to your comments below, and I'll see you on the next side.